record blaming the oil industry for high gas prices. But with the administration's anti-fossil fuel rhetoric and policies and strict regulations, folks in the oil and gas industry say that poses a big challenge for them to be able to scale up production to bring prices down. The White House has been pretty clear that its plan is to end fossil fuels. We have our oil analyst, Phil Flynn. He'll be standing by to react. But we're first going to bring in Matt Smorch. He's the president and CEO of CountryMark. And as I understand it, Matt, you run a refinery out of the state of Indiana. You are part of that big refinery picture responsible for turning all that oil into gasoline that eventually goes into our cars, Matt. I want to get your reaction to the White House placing blame squarely on companies like yours for sky-high gas prices. Listen.
I'm calling on the industry to refine more oil into gasoline and to bring down gas prices.
As of yesterday, I said crude oil prices have dropped by nearly 15% from 2 weeks ago, but prices at the pump have barely budged. That difference is a result of companies' record high profit margins for refining oil.
Look, we need more refining capacity. This idea that they don't have oil to drill and to bring up is simply not true.
We see it as a patriotic duty. Oil refineries, they have responsibility too. What they have been doing is taking advantage of the war.
So Matt, how do you respond to that? The White House saying it's your patriotic duty to bring those prices down and ramp up your production.
I mean, right now, truthfully, we are trying to produce as much product as we can. CountryMark is a small farmer-owned cooperative refinery. We're probably one of the smallest integrated oil companies in the world. And we're here during harvest time, and we're trying to produce as much diesel fuel and gasoline that we can to make sure that we can supply our customers with the fuels they need to harvest the crop and to keep the economy rolling.
Yeah, so I want to put up on the screen, we're obviously showing gas prices all over the country. You know, some places like California even seeing $7 a gallon at the pump. I'll put up gas prices and what they've done under this administration because they've only gone up. I mean, now we're looking at $3.90 as a national average today. When this president took office, it was $2.39, and up 63%. So he's making the case, and we just played out the sound of him, that you guys are making record high profits on these high prices, and that's why you won't increase supply. To that you say what?
Well, I would say, first of all, it's great that you put up California gas prices because it's the highest in the country. But at the same time, policies like California going and eliminating the internal combustion engine just goes to show that California and this administration is not supportive of our industry. And so to go and invest in our industry and to get more refining capacity, it takes capital and spending. But if they're setting policies that want to eliminate our industry and eliminate the use of gasoline and diesel fuel, why would anybody make those investments? And that's part of the problem that we're seeing today.
That's a really important point. And last question to you, because I want to get to Phil too on the market outlook for all of this. Is there something this administration could say or do today that would send a message to you and others in your industry that they're pivoting, that they're going to be a little more friendly with their rhetoric towards the fossil fuel industry in hopes of increasing investment and increasing output?
I would say right now, the California internal combustion engine ban is a huge issue that shows that gasoline is not wanted in the future. The Biden administration has the ability to deny California their waiver authority and that is needed to implement that ban. If they were to show that they were supportive of refining long term by eliminating California's waiver or denying that request, that would go a long way to setting what the future will look like for the refining industry.
Okay, Matt, final, because it's really good to have you on. Any price gouging going on there? Because it stands out to us that it seems to be a constant claim, but yet there's been investigations at the federal, state level, nothing's ever turned out. Are you price gouging in a moment of sky-high gasoline prices?
Being able to price gouge is a misnomer. When you're a refiner and you're selling wholesale gasoline and diesel fuel, you have to set the price at what the market bears. If you set it too low, you will sell out in a day, and if you set it too high, you won't sell anything. So the market really determines the price.
Matt, it was great to get you on. We keep referencing the refineries. We hear the refineries talked about by the administration, and we understand that there's been added regulations on you, making it tougher to, and we said, let's get a refinery on. So we appreciate you joining us, and we will stay in touch with you. Matt, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity.
If Phil's still there, Phil, I know we took a lot of time there with